Designing Justice.
Woo!
I'm the founder and co-director of the Mandala Center for Change, based here in Port Townsend, Washington. We do a lot of work all over the country and all over the world. And we have an incredible array of folks from all over the world here that have just spent a week doing a Theater of the Oppressed facilitators training. In a moment you will get to meet them all. Engaging work, very active, or I might say interactive. How many of you coming in here in the audience knew that this was interactive participatory theater? How many of you knew that? Okay, actually the more interesting question is how many did not know that? One, two, a few. Yeah, usually there's a few that completely tell me. It's purely voluntary, no one's going to make you do anything. But we hope that the plays that you see tonight, at least one of them you feel connected enough to, you see yourself in enough that you are compelled to come up on stage and try ideas for alternative solutions. A few other logistical notes. You do see video cameras. There's two different things going on. One is Christopher Overman, who's standing over there, is doing a video documentary project on our whole week, and he will be moving around aisle to aisle. So just be aware, particularly don't go down that aisle, right? Then you see a couple of other cameras, and Matt Reddy, if you could raise your hand, Matt Reddy. We are doing a video live stream all over the world right now. Anybody in the world who can get internet can be watching this live, typing their comments. Yay. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning in London, so I don't know, Adrian Jackson, if you're out there, I'm sorry that you're awake, but I'm glad you're here. It's pretty late in much of the world, even on the East Coast here of the U.S. But in India, I am hoping that some of your friends are watching. It's 7 a.m. there, right? Yeah, good. So anyway, you will have access. You'll be able to see this event following tonight. And if you're Matt, is there anything that you want to say that's important for the audience to know?
Just that you can see this and the interface at the globalconsensusproject.org.
Now, we certainly do not want the fact that we're documenting this work to deter people from participating. We are going to be doing a short feature that's not about the live stream. And I would say anybody that does not want what they did on stage to be part of that feature, let Jaleh know. Is that the best person to know? Okay, let Jaleh know. We'll not include that in that section. Okay. A couple of other things. This is a fundraiser for the Boiler Room. The event is free. If you would like to donate some money, all of the proceeds will go directly to the Boiler Room, Port Townsend's Youth-Driven Coffee House and Community Center. And I want to invite the manager of the Boiler Room, Colin Cave, to say a few words so you know what you're getting to.
So many familiar faces here and so many new faces as well. And thanks as always, the Boiler Room is very glad to have a healthy, fulfilling relationship with the Mandala Center for Change. Thank you, Mark and Charlie, for inviting us once again. The Boiler Room is a volunteer-operated coffee house and social services hub dedicated to building community by providing a safe space for the growth and improvement of individuals. Now, that's our mission statement, and that's also a way to try and condense really a kind of sprawling constellation of projects into a easy, approachable little morsel that we can toss to people. It's sort of a scenic route, if you will, that we invite people on when we don't have very long minutes to tell them about it. But what that doesn't tell you, what you don't have the opportunity to see, is the sheer transformative power of the Boiler Room or an organization like it. What the mission statement doesn't tell you about, doesn't capture, is the high school student gaining crucial work experience and personal confidence, finding solidarity with peers. It doesn't show you the recent retiree who's discovered an avenue to share a lifetime experience and give back to their community. It doesn't show you the hungry, exhausted traveler who is so relieved to find a warm bowl of soup being offered for free. Or the young family who's able to build references, find friends, and get connection to basic needs like housing, job opportunities, and a whole host of citizen services. And as always, I like to throw people a little call to action. The only way to really get that perspective is by coming out. And we're located right downtown, 711 Water Street. If you haven't been before, please join us. And in less abstract terms, we're really proud to say that in the previous year, we served over 9,000 meals, completely free, 9,166 to be precise. We gave away 3,000 hygiene supplies, 3,000 free condoms, only a small portion of which were turned into balloons. And with a core team of 58 volunteers, we served the community with 2,060 hours behind the counter.
Kimya Dawson, I don't know if any of you have heard of Kimya Dawson. She wrote the music for the movie Juno. She was a Boiler Room kid, and I heard her say that she's alive because of the Boiler Room. I was on the board for 7 years, a really special place. Gives me some money. They've been around 20, how many? 21 years?
23.
23. Every year, are we going to make it another year? So let's help make it easier. Okay. So in a moment, you're going to see 3 short plays that were created by the participants in the Theater of the Oppressed facilitators training based on their own real life experiences. You will not see anyone's real life on that in the plays, but their real knowledge of what goes on in the world and in their lives are bits and pieces of them are in these plays. They're not all playing themselves. So actually, I'd like to invite you all to stand up. So you meet them as people, not necessarily their characters. Right? Their characters are going to be, for many of them, quite different than the people that you're about to meet. I could ask you all to stand up, and maybe we start with Abhishek here, and we come around this way.
Myself, Abhishek, from India.
Helen from Aristide Island.
Jordan from Eastern Washington.
Judith from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Gigi, born in Haiti, raised in America.
Amira from Los Angeles and New Jersey, Florida.
I'm Simona. I currently live in Columbia, Missouri.
I'm Ansuya. I'm from Durban, South Africa.
I'm Sonora. I'm a traveler by way of Georgia.
I am Trina. I'm from Northampton, Massachusetts.
I'm Nikki. I'm from Port Townsend.
I'm Brenda Turtle Mountain Chippewa from Temecula, California.
I'm Nia from New Jersey.
Zoe from BC, Canada.
Liki, originally from Israel, living in Oakland, California.
Sonia from Oakland, California.
I'm Peter from Northern California.
My name is Rusty. I'm from Gainesville, Florida.
Michael, I'm from Port Townsend.
Brooke from Memphis, Tennessee.
My name is Ruben Tapp, and I'm from Rochester, New York.
Matthew Anderson, originally from Colorado, currently residing in Seattle, Washington.
Karen, Southern Colorado.
Kathleen from Los Angeles, California.
Keith from Cumberland, Rhode Island.
Alexina from Edmonton, Alberta.
Kelly from Tacoma, Washington. Ruthie, my home is Eureka, California.
Andy from Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Chiegu from Texas.
I'm Shiloh from Seattle.
I'm Antonieta from Mexico.
I'm Sheila Christian from Nova Scotia, Chile.
I think there's a few extra chairs there. There's a few peppered around here. You're not going to enjoy the experience from tucked in those corners there. I'm going to invite you to and actually, we're not going to enjoy you back there. We need people closer. So, yeah, great. Can people point to empty chairs? Okay, there's one there, there's a couple here, or actually, if that, is that empty still, or? Well, if she's not coming, maybe you could sit next to your people, and if we need to move it, if she comes, then we can figure that out. Yeah, good. Okay, so there's also two here, that would be great, and we have backup chairs there too. I'm gonna ask that people not move chairs into the aisles, they are acting areas, and for the folks that came in late, please do not come and go through that. Well, actually, the people on this end can certainly come out that aisle, but other than that, people, please, if you could scoot out these aisles to go to the bathroom. All right. A couple more things I'm going to say, and then we're going to see plays. So I want to be clear. Some of the people that you just met are actors. Some are not actors. In fact, this work, Theater of the Oppressed, was developed for non-theater people to explore solutions to their own problems. It's used all over the world. It was developed by a Brazilian man, Augusto Boal, who passed away a few years ago. I had the incredible pleasure of working with him multiple times, and I'm one of his many active, what he called multipliers. It's sort of creating a movement using theater for social change, most specifically to work with marginalized people to get a voice and explore solutions to their own problems. It has been adapted also in many, many ways, including to work with legislators to get votes directly from the people to impact and create new laws. We just did a legislative theater project in Port Angeles, Washington. So the applications of the work are far and wide. I would love to tell you anecdotes and stories on how the work evolved and developed. But yeah, there's a seat here. Leave it at that. You're going to get to see Theater of the Oppressed and in its glory and complexity. We did a lot of exploration over the week. In fact, we didn't start creating the plays until yesterday afternoon. So it's been about 24 hours, and I think it's safe to say that all of the plays more or less are getting their first run through. As you'll see them, will probably be the first time they will have been exactly like that. So they're raw, they're alive, they're fresh, they may not be perfect, but the beauty of the work is the imperfection is what you'll get to come into and work with. So in part, I'm trying to say is if you're nervous about getting on stage, I think you're not alone. Some of the cast are quite nervous about it too. Any other disclaimers, Jale, that I need to make before we get to theater? So you're going to see 3 plays, and then we'll have you choose one. So as you're watching these, look for characters that are like you, if not the exact details of the situation. And some of them have surrealistic elements, symbolic elements. But what's the reality for you in these stories, in these characters? If you recognize yourself in any of these characters, or your struggle, or some of the things that you're grappling with, or I would say where you feel oppressed or powerless in your own life, notice which play feels like it could be the most useful for you to explore alternative solutions. Forum theater, which is the structure we're doing tonight, is sometimes called a rehearsal for the future. Sometimes these trainings, these forum plays, it becomes more of like a forum theater demonstration or an exercise. I don't want this to be an exercise. We really pushed ourselves very hard to create plays that are hot and alive and true for our group of people. We want them to be hot and alive and true for you. So pick the one that's hot and alive and true for you. So you might actually, perhaps, get one new idea of what you can do in your own life when you leave this room. I don't want this to be an exercise. I want to do some real work. All right. Do not yell stop. Oh, you will choose one, then we'll run the play a second time, at which point we'll invite you, the audience, to yell stop when you see a character that's oppressed or struggling or disempowered, or you think that character could do something differently to make the problem shift in some way. Right? then, so you yell stop, you'll come on stage, you'll take the place of that character, and you'll tell us where you want to go from, and you'll improvise your solutions, and the other characters will adapt, like a virus, to your tactics. And we'll get another tactic and another tactic, and we'll explore multiple options, and we'll do this probably for only one play. There's a slim chance the forum will run its course and we'll do a second play, but we'll probably only choose one. So some of you may be, oh darn, I wanted the other one, but you know what it is. I'll give you the more specific rules of the game when we get to that point. Are there any questions now before we see the plays? All right, Matt, how far away is some of our internet watchers? Like, what's the furthest away?
We have several around Washington State. We have Memphis, Tennessee, Rochester, New York. I haven't seen Ohio, Everett, Washington. I haven't seen any international visitors yet, but
some will be here.
Yeah.
Come on, India. They're waking up now. Yeah, okay, good. So, we have fresh titles for these plays. We're going to ask the actors for Brick in the Wall to take their places for the top of the play. So please, this first time through, do not yell stop even if you don't like what's happening up on stage. Oh, folks? Yep. Oh, actually I'm going to say something different than you think, Tenzin said, tell people to turn their cell phones off. I would say if you want to tweet or text what's going on here, use the cell phones for that, but please do not use it as a distraction. Don't be texting your best friend just about what you're going to do tomorrow, please, because they are a distraction, and certainly turn any ringers off. But sometimes it's really useful to communicate. We're using a lot of tech, so go for it. All right, so the actors are in place. And the actors won't start until you tell them to, and how we'll do that, we'll all as an audience go 1, 2, 3, action, really loud. Let's just practice once. Everybody, really loud with spirit. And 1, 2, 3, action! Okay, good. So that's what you're going to do, but even louder because they need your energy. They need your energy, right? Actors love audience energy. Oh, look what we have. Okay. Good. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen. What? I love you! Ladies and gentlemen, our first play is called Brick in the Wall. Now.
1, 2, 3, action!
Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Come through the golden door and experience freedom. My shores are open. I am a symbol of freedom. Everyone is welcome. Give me your tired, your poor, your humbled masses yearning to be free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Come through the harbor. I am a symbol of freedom. Everyone is welcome. No one turned away. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, the yearning to be free. We are opportunity. Come to us. Opportunity is here.
Everybody get your papers out, and please keep your hands out in front of you, okay? Good afternoon, officer.
How you doing? Good. Right, I'm here from the U.S. Custom and Border Control. I need you to show me your papers and show them to me now.
Keep your hands out.
Ma'am, papers please. Some ID. from?
Haiti.
Right, ma'am. I need to see your passport.
I left it at home.
Well, ma'am, I need you to find something else. This isn't good enough, okay? So you stay here. I'm going to hold on to this. You find something else to show me.
But I left it at home.
I need some other form of identification. Ma'am? Where are you from, ma'am?
Texas.
Have a good stay in Washington. Huh?
Thanks.
Right. Ma'am? Where are you from, ma'am?
San Diego.
She is, you're born here in Damascus. Is that near San Diego? Ma'am, I need you to, would you take off your turban, please?
Hey, it's alright. It's a job.
Ma'am, please sit down. I've got this situation. Please sit down. Sit down,
Good
ma'am.
job.
Ma'am, I need you to take this
I'm
off.
sorry, this is against my religion. Would you please leave me alone? Hey, this is.
Sit down, ma'am. I don't care. Mind your own business. Sit down, ma'am.
Stay out of it.
Sit down. Ma'am? Where are you from, ma'am?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Yeah, you kind of look Mexican.
I'm from Wisconsin,
Right.
Madison.
Okay. How long you gonna be here in Washington?
Just a couple weeks.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to thank you, man. We need more of you guys. You know, I just want to can I shake your hand? Can I shake your hand? All right? You know, you're awesome. Like so. Philly, you know. Yeah, cool.
I won't take long.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir?
Do it. Yeah.
Where are you from? Yeah. Right, okay. You like curry?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing here, sir?
I'm gonna attend the training.
Right, okay. Yeah. Is it business or vacation?
No, it's art training. I'm a theater person and I'm going to attend the training, theater training.
Right. Let's take a look at this one, sir. All that. Let's check this a little bit, sir.
Pardon?
I'm just making sure you got nothing dangerous. No?
Okay.
You don't want to do that. Okay. Ma'am? See some ID, please. There we go. All right, okay. In California, huh?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing here?
I have a form to attend.
There we go. Okay. Over that. Right, ma'am, you got the identification, please?
You didn't ask him.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, ma'am.
Listen to the officer.
I
I
need to
don't
see some
have them.
identification.
I don't have them.
Well, you need to come to me with me,
Sir, you
okay,
can't
ma'am?
do this. He doesn't
Nothing
have
out of
all
this
the
situation.
papers.
Why don't you sit down, okay, ma'am?
Sit down.
Sit down.
Get off the bus.
I didn't do anything.
Listen to
I
the
don't
officer.
have them anymore.
This visa's expired 2 weeks ago, okay, so you need to come with
You
me.
need to go get the officer.
Why do you think you think
Can
that?
you stand?
What is that?
I don't want to use force, but ma'am, please sit down, okay? But I'm prepared to do it, okay? So please stand up.
No, it's not
off the
fair.
bus.
It's not fair. Help me, somebody.
Get off
Just
the
leave
bus.
her alone.
Sit down.
That's why we get the bus.
Help! Help!
You need to go the damn
You
walk.
have to give me my bag number. The bag number, yeah.
We don't need no immigration. We don't need no illegal aliens. No damn borders in our country.
Hey!
yourself as any of the characters, if not the details, but have resonate with any of the characters you have been or anticipate. You could be any of those characters. Raise your hands, please. Okay, so quite a bit. That's good. So I just love people to just popcorn out. It may be obvious, but let's just name them in words. And actually, while that's happening, could the second play set up, please? Yeah. So while those actors are setting up, just call out. What are some of the social problems you saw going on in that play? Sorry? Complacence. What else? Prejudice.
Entitlement.
Entitlement. What else?
Racism.
Racism. Bigotry. Rescuing. Okay. Anything else? What else?
Privilege.
Privilege. Dehumanization. Good. Abuse of power. Great. Good. Sexism. Wow, lots of stuff. Anything else that hasn't been named yet?
Religious intolerance.
Religious intolerance. So lots of different things going on.
Even religious ignorance.
I'm sorry? The welcome mat. The welcome mat is gone even though the symbol is still there. Right. Anything that hasn't been named yet? Hypocrisy. Did you say democracy? No.
Lack of democracy.
Great. Okay. So I think the actors are pretty close to set up. So just keep that one in mind. And are those shoes supposed to be there? Yes? Oh, okay, good. I just never know if that's an audience. Great. So we have a different play now. Again, just please watch this and see if you see yourself in any of the characters. Yeah. I'm all on. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 action after I do the title. The title of this one is Stripped and Scattered. Stripped and Scattered. Ready?
1, 2, 3, action!
set up as you need to. So I'll ask the same questions. This was a very different style of play. It was almost a mind show, very little dialogue. Was it clear to people that the first half was historic?
Yes.
Was from a time past, and then the second part was now.
Yes.
If we choose that one to forum, we'd only work the now. We can't change history, even if there are people that try really hard. How many of you saw yourself as any characters in that play? It felt like you resonated with any of the characters in that play. Hands up, please. Okay, good. So again, fair number of hands. Can you name some of the social problems? You need to take a little, it's okay to take a leap because the movement may not have resonated on an intellectual level. Let's try to name some of the social problems.
Consumerism.
Consumerism, what else?
Imperialism.
Greed, sorry?
Expropriation. Expropriation.
Okay, good. What else?
Columbusing.
Columbusing. Christopher Columbusing.
Christianity as a weapon.
Christianity as a weapon.
Murder.
Murder. Genocide, one might even add. What else?
Exploitation.
Exploitation. What else?
Doctrine of discovery.
Doctrine of discovery. Doctrine of discovery. Y'all know what that is? Anybody not know what that is? Anybody not know what that is? Sydney, can you just put it in one sentence?
Basically, it was the Catholic Church that said that anyone who wasn't Christian, who wasn't white, that they could be made slaves, they could have their property, their lands taken.
Yeah.
It's still
colonization.
Yeah.
You'll get that one. We're adding colonization. What else hasn't been named? The social problems in that play.
False innocence.
False innocence.
Yeah.
Great.
Assimilation.
Assimilation. Cultural appropriation. Great. Anything else?
Someone said imperialism.
Imperialism. Great.
Technological detachment.
Technological.
Detachment when they, or maybe that's the wrong use,
Yeah.
but absorption, technological absorption.
Good. Any final things that haven't been named yet?
The assimilation, you said
Yep,
force.
we just said that. Assimilation.
No, force.
So we can forced assimilation. Good.
Modernity.
Modernity. Good.
Dishonoring the sacred.
Dishonoring the sacred. Alrighty. So we're going to see a third and final play. Actually, I can't help myself. Is this wanting to be this far out? Sometimes. Can you see a little closer to here, just a sideline thing? Okay. I tinker in the kitchen. I tinker with my. Okay. That was an aside. Okay. We have a third and final play for you to watch and take in. And then we'll do a couple things and choose one to explore alternative solutions. So, the third and final play, the actors are all in place. You're not in place? Okay, if you could all take your places on stage, if you start on stage. Do we want these flowers here? No, I don't think so. I'm housekeeping. Okay. Okay, and when you're all still, we'll call it out. Okay, the actors are ready. So the title of this play is Today's News. And once again, 1, 2, 3, action. Full spirit on that one. And
1, 2, 3, action!
Hey! I just want to make a toast. I want to thank all of you all for coming to the park today for my surprise birthday party. And I just want to thank you for that. And then Tessa and the children, I want to tell you that I love you. And that thank you for doing this for me.
Happy birthday.
Hey, my man! What seems to be the problem?
Hey! Were you going for my gun? Hey! I need you to step back. This woman is under arrest.
please, just don't say anything. Don't provoke him, please.
Damn, I might have to kill some of these motherfuckers.
Lord, I hope. Oh, this is a bad situation. Going bad quick.
Dios mío. This is the reason that I had to leave Mexico, and it's happening again here.
Oh my God, it's all over the world. I come from Israel, it's the same there.
Shit.
Every time. I swear it's the same every time.
I can't believe this is happening. I'm so afraid. I don't know what to do. What can I do?
I need you to freeze and show me some ID. Oh my God!
No!
Bam! 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 Bam!
I got it! Oh man. Oh man, this is intense. Oh man, this is crazy. Dude, I bet someone would kill for this footage. Holy shit. Oh God. Dude, what do I do with this? What do I do? Oh, dude, what do I do with this? Man, I gotta get some money. Oh man, I bet someone would pay big money for this. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, dude, did you hear what happened on 5th Street?
Oh no, what happened?
Dude, man, it's nuts. I don't even I can't even comprehend, but I was there. I got it
You got it
on
on video? Oh wow.
Yeah, dude,
Oh, let me see that.
do you want
Wow.
it?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was crazy intense. Like, just look.
Whoa, yeah, that's intense.
I
yeah.
heard maybe you can I don't know, pay me for something like this or something.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
would you want
good
this?
stuff. Yeah,
Dude,
here
man,
you
this
go.
has
Here
to
you
get
go.
out there. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Well, some breaking news just coming in. A group of African American men have assaulted a police officer on 5th Street, downtown Park. At least one is reported to have been shot fatally by the police. Oh, what a scary world we're living in these days. I'm glad the police officers are there to protect us. We have some select footage that we will see after we check in with Phil to see what's going on in sports. Phil?
This scene looks so much like South Africa in 1976. When we needed our international community, they were there. But what can I do from so far away except post a hashtag on Facebook?
I am constantly struggling to figure out where I fit in this story. I'm trying to help. I want to be an ally. And I ask myself, is gardening and walks with the kids enough?
These are end days. Hard earth soaked with black blood. Cold rivers run warm with red sunshot. Blue skies, not a cloud to conceal. Souls slipped from the heavens. We have lived this. Died here before. Asphalt, graveyards, gaping trenches for black bodies, lifeless in heaps and piles. Human sacrifice. Barter for fortune meant to save the next one in the absence of justice that was never going to be or it would have already come. I settle in for weeping and wailing where my anger grows exponentially. Nonviolence seems a whim. Weak. I speak. The United States of hypocrisy. Murderer! Murderer! Thief! Black lives matter. Black lives like his.
Hey, Sheila, I just want to say I'm so sorry. I know you must be so upset right now. And I just want to let you know that I'm with you. I'm with you, and I know that all lives matter. I'm sick and tired of the news.
I know, right?
Every day is something new. Every day. Same shit.
New story. Nobody remembers anything, nobody talks about anything, and then they just forget. Like they forget about moving up.
And they forgot about the move bombing. Don't even mention Black Wall Street.
Right. But they're sending thoughts and prayers. I mean, all lives matter.
All Yeah, all lives will matter when Black lives start to matter.
So I know this is a mostly white audience. There's a lot of character in this play. How many of you see yourselves in any of these characters, or could see yourself as any of these characters? Hands up, please. Let's take a moment just to name the social problems in this play.
Racism.
Racism.
Police brutality.
Fear. I'm sorry?
Police brutality.
Police brutality.
White supremacy.
White supremacy.
Denial.
Denial.
Innocence.
Innocence.
Media manipulation.
I'm sorry?
Media manipulation.
Media manipulation.
Police
I'm
attitude.
sorry, rampant militarism.
Police attitude.
Police attitude.
Fear.
Fear.
Insensitivity.
Insensitivity. Anything else that hasn't been named yet?
Numbness.
Numbness. Drunkenness. Heartlessness.
Apathy. I'm not sure how to say this, but for me, the basics of all of these issues are lack of mental health.
Lack of mental health.
Well,
That's okay. I don't want to get into a story or a discussion, but lack of mental health.
Lack of mental health, is that?
You're doing the naming. Good. We see what we see. There's many layers. Some of them were intended by the creators of these plays, and some of them maybe we'll learn as we go along. There may be things we haven't even seen named. That is also going on.
Lies.
Lies. Anything else that hasn't been named?
Error.
Can't hear you.
Misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding.
Rage.
Rage.
Apathy.
Apathy.
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Disempowerment.
Disempowerment.
Societal control.
Societal control.
Guns.
I'm sorry?
Guns.
Guns.
State-sanctioned execution.
State-sanctioned execution. And more in all these plays. Good. So, in a moment, we'll come back to these plays, just kind of, actually, I think let's choose one to work with at the moment, and then I'm gonna warm y'all up, then shift the energy briefly, and then we'll run the forum. So, we're gonna do a democratic process. Democracy is flawed. It's not perfect. Choose the play that you're gonna vote as many times as you want. At least this round, we'll just see how that goes. If all three of those plays are alive for you, that you're in some way, shape, or form a character in that play, and you could learn a lot about yourself and potential future ways of being by working on that play, raise your hand for it. Maybe that's all three, maybe that's two, maybe that's just one, right? You're not choosing the best play or your favorite actors or, you know, any, I mean, you know, it's, yeah, well, yeah. And I would encourage you to challenge yourself, even if you don't have any ideas of what you could do. Even if, well, I've never been in that or I never would. I mean, even this last play, could it happen in Port Townsend? How many of you are from Port Townsend or Jefferson County? Okay, some, but not, you know, right? Could it happen here? You talk to Gary Lilly from our troupe and he would say absolutely. Right? So, you know, all these plays, whether the specifics of the play feel like it has been your life, what's the dynamic that you're grappling with as a citizen, right? Any of these plays you may be in. Choose the ones that you could learn the most about yourself. I'm saying it multiple different ways, but y'all get what I'm asking you to do. Right. Oh, okay, so I'm going to name the play again. We had Brick in the Wall. That was some of the languaging on that was xenophobia. Is there anything else from the creators of that play that feel important just to rename? I mean, it was the immigration and xenophobia, right? Yeah, okay. If you see yourself as any of the characters, how many of you are immigrants to the U.S.? Okay. Not that many in the audience, some? Okay. There were other non-immigrant characters too. How many of you see yourself in that play and could learn a lot about yourself by working on that one? That's definitely one that you would love to do a problem-solving forum on for yourself. Hands up high. And if your hands are not up, it doesn't mean you don't care about the issue. It just means you don't see your own personal learning as hotly, as acutely. Okay, hands up high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay? That's that one. Okay. Okay, so the second one was Stripped and Scattered. That had the historical piece and the contemporary piece. That was about decolonization / decolonization. Any other keywords from the group that created that one that feels important to add? It was specifically Native American on this soil, but not just. It's an indigenous stripping away of culture, right? I think that was also a stripping away of culture. Okay. How many of you see yourselves as any characters in that play, which includes Nikki's character, which I don't know if Nikki didn't have a line at the end. Nikki, where are you?
Right.
Okay. You didn't have a line at the end, but what had been your line?
Just trying to help.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that character was visible for that one. How many of you see yourselves in that play and could learn a lot about yourself by working on that play? Hands up high, please. Again, you can vote more than once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. And then finally, today's news, the final play, the police violence and everything that went around that, both blatant and subtle in that one. If you see yourselves or potentially see yourselves in that story, in any of the characters, raise your hands for that one, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. This is the one that's happening. Okay, thank you. But a lot of juice for the other two. So first of all, just deep thanks to the actors who worked very hard under we'll turn it over to y'all. But before we do that, I asked about the locals, but how many others, other than the Jefferson County people, are from Washington State? Let's just show of hands for the other Washington Staters. Okay, quite a few. And how many are from out of Washington State? You don't live in Washington State, so quite a few hands. Just call out where you're from, those people.
Georgia.
Georgia. California.
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Italy. Italy. We have an Italian contingent. France. Good. Any other places people live that isn't in Washington? Okay, good. And Matt, any others in internet land?
We had someone join from Los Angeles. About 15 people
Okay.
watching. Yeah.
Good. None from out of the country yet.
Not that I've seen yet.
Wake up! Wake up! Social change happening. Okay. Good. Alrighty. So let's do a couple of things. If everybody could just stand up, please. In normal theater, you sit in your nice velvety seats and you're spectators. But in Theater of the Oppressed, we invite you to become spect actors. So here's a little practice of getting out of the seats. We want you activated. So here's one way to do it. Some of you have done this. This is the classic. Augusto Boal has done this thousands and thousands of times. So everybody, with your right hand, draw a circle in the air. Draw a circle in the air. Right, good. That's beautiful. You're incredible. Okay, now, not in front of the video camera, though. Thank you, Caroline. And now, everybody with your left hand, the other hand, whichever one you first did it with, you can do the other hand. You can not a circle. You're going to do a cross or a plus sign if the cross isn't comfortable for you. Right? This is the circle and the cross. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you. Or it could be an X. Okay, great. Now, finally, at the same time, make the circle with your right hand and the cross with your left hand. And do not watch me, because I have 25 years of doing this and I still can't do it. You would think. Okay, beautiful. All right, so now, stay standing, please. Imagine, if you will, you're a very famous actor, and someone comes up to you, someone from across the room comes up to you and asks for your autograph on this gigantic chalkboard or piece of paper. So you're now going to sign your name with flourish, your autograph, the great, famous spectator that you are. Yes. Yes, legibly, Tenzin, you're just squiggling, dude. I don't know. Okay, and now, if you're right-handed, use your left foot. If you're left-handed, use your right foot. You're going to take your opposite foot and make an ankle circle. If you need to hold on to your neighbor, hold on to your neighbor. You're going to make an ankle circle. That's why your neighbors are there to hold you. Good. No injuries on my watch, please. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so now, finally, you can guess it. You're going to sign your autograph at the same time as you're making the same, with the opposite foot. Beautiful ankle circles. Beautiful ankle circles. Great. You're doing a great job. You've done this many times and you still can't do it, right? Okay, he's just going, okay, the last thing I'm going to have you do until we go back to the play. How many of you know everyone here tonight? I know. That's a question. Huh? Everyone. Find the hand of someone that you don't know and take that hand and just look in their eyes for even just a brief moment. And then take your left hand and find another person. And just make some contact. And try to take two at a time.
Feeling good and connected.
Give you all the juice that you can.
You can hear me, clap once. So in a moment, we're going to run the play a second time. When we get to a place that you see a character, now in traditional theater of the oppressed, I want to say a couple things. This is partly for some of the theater of the oppressed colleagues out there in internet land if they're watching. In traditional theater of the oppressed, we only take the place of the one oppressed character. We often broaden that, and I think there are multiple characters that are available for analysis. I want to encourage people as much as possible to come in for the character that is you, or closest to you. Now you can play cross-demographic, so a white person can play a black person, but I'll name it right now and I'll name it again then. You can't possibly know. You can't possibly really know exactly what it is. So there's an element of come step in my shoes and speculation. Just the same way that a man can't come into a woman's shoes around sexism with a knowing from their own experience. I'm not going to say a whole lot more about that. It's okay to explore out of your own demographic, but you are playing, for the most part, the truth of that character. I will also request, it is not going to work to take the place of character that you believe is causing the problem and just wave a magic wand and make that character suddenly the fantasy version that you want, unless you can uncover the forces that are operating on them, and that would be a worthwhile illumination, right? But other than that, figure out your own struggles. Okay? We have forces and obstacles that we're operating under. Sometimes they're people, sometimes they're more institutional and systemic. With this play, for sure, there may be times that I'll say cut to another moment in time. We can play out of the real time of this if that feels important and useful. We're strategizing. Form theater is a problem-solving structure. We are brainstorming through theater. What are we going to do? I mean, a lot of people voted through this, right? What are we going to do?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because I've never done this before. Can we add characters?
You can't just suddenly magically appear as another character, but as one of those characters, you can bring in another character, if that's a tactical choice. But you're not going to just materialize some fairy godmother to appear. You'll have to create that fairy godmother through your action. So, last couple things I'll say, and I'll see if there's any questions after that. So, when we get to a spot that you have an idea of what that character can do, even if it fails, even if it doesn't work. We learn as much from what doesn't work as what does. And we're not looking for the magical silver bullet right answer. This play asks questions. We're asking you to grapple with the answers. We don't know the answers or we would not do this play. Any of the plays, right? So think out of the box. Do something you would never really do. You can't, because maybe you might, or maybe it'll stimulate other ideas. So the brainstorm builds on itself. This work taps the wisdom in this room. We need a lot of wisdom to solve these things, right? So, yeah. And so you'll come in, take the place of that character, that actor will move off stage, you'll tell us where you want to go from, we can take it back a little bit, and you'll try your tactics and the other characters will adapt. Now this play has violence in it. We're not going to forum. Once the shooting starts, there's no forum there. There's nothing that can be done. But there's many other moments in this play, before and after the shooting. So we will work with those. If you choose violence as your solution, and we're not telling you what are the appropriate solutions, just use theater violence. These are actually actors.
No hurting them.
Really, it sounds like a self-evident thing, but I've seen things. I've just seen things on stage. So just any kind of physical contact, whether it's very intimate or violent. Remember, there's an actor on the other end of that, and they'll also take care of your tender parts as well. But let's see what comes of it. Clear? Questions? All right. We'll do a little bit of analysis as we go. So, actors, if you could take your places for the start of the play. Now, if nobody else stopped, They're just gonna run the play again, pretty much the way you saw it. I mean, it's not tightly scripted, but pretty much what you saw, you'll get to see again. We can do this all the way till 9:30 if you want. End it, change it, do something, please. And I'll be here helping out as best as I can. No other questions, right? So, I'm gonna hang out. Where do I want to be in the round? I think I'm gonna be here. Alrighty, so we'll take it from the top of the play. If nobody else stopped, you'll see the whole thing. Please yell stop at some point. Today's news. 1, 2, 3, action!
Hey, I want to get a toast. I just want to thank all of you all for coming here to the park and for my surprise birthday party. And I want to thank you, Tessa, and the kids for doing this for me. I love you. So what was that around for me?
Hey, my man. What seems to be the problem? Hey! Are you reaching for my gun?
No, sir, I'm not reaching for your gun.
You people need to stay back. This woman is under arrest.
Please, everybody, just be quiet. Don't provoke him. Please. Please.
Damn. I might have to shoot some of these motherfuckers.
Stop. This character here, great. And what's this character's name? Stephanie. Crafted this for days, right? Okay. Stephanie, and where do you want to go from?
Can I just move it back to the place where the officer's coming up?
So from the entrance of the officer?
Well, no, when he comes up and he kind of
Okay.
nudges them.
From the kick. So if you could, go back a little bit.
Hey, my man. What seems to be, ma'am? Step back, okay? Step back. Just step back. I will talk to you. If you step back right now. Step back, ma'am.
Please talk to me a minute.
You know what, ma'am? You need. Okay, everybody needs to step back. All right, ma'am. Ma'am.
All right. Could you just listen to me?
Yeah, I need you to stay there.
And that's fine, but I stepped back. Would you talk to me a minute? Could you smile?
Sure.
I just, I've seen this so many times. Can you just talk a minute?
Okay. We can talk. I need to see everybody's hands in the air. I need all hands. Nobody move an inch.
And take a deep breath. You know what you're saying?
I need you to hold on a second. This is my situation to control.
Do you want to do it? We're good now, right? We're good. Can you see everybody's hands? We're all good, right? Okay.
Okay, good. Let me just check in. Do you want to keep going, or have you done what you need? Okay, good. So I mean, there's more of you need to be comfortable. I just want to make sure people can see. So I just want to name what I think I saw you do, and I think you very intentionally, as a white ally, put yourself right into the officer's. I mean, you basically blocked the officer from going there, and I don't even know how to name, but you somehow asked, demanded, I don't know, to talk, that you wanted to talk with him first. Yes? Or is, okay. What shifted for you, officer? Who's going to answer as the officer?
What shifted for me was I had, to me, it was another threat. So I had to widen the space and be able to address all the threats.
So interesting, you, by one person coming in, suddenly you saw everybody of every ethnicity as potentially a threat.
Yes.
So you had to pull back, you got away from him, that's one of just, I watched you move away from this character. Interesting. Anything that any of you as the characters, anything shift for any of you?
Well, it prevented or Jamal getting killed.
So far, at least. Yeah. Anything else shift when this white ally came in and got in the officer's space?
Well, the officer's demeanor changed immediately. And so even if he was still noticing a threat, his demeanor was significant.
So how did that feel to you?
To me,
To you, the character?
I felt like maybe it'll be okay.
So some hope. Is that true for the rest of you? Okay. And you also said breathe, that you were trying to slow down, calm down the heat of the moment. What do people think about that? Do people like that, not like that?
Yeah.
I like that she did what he said. He said, step back. And she said, if I step back, will you talk to me? And she did step back and she said, okay, will you talk to me? She didn't say, I'm not gonna step back. She said, if I step back, will you talk to me?
Yeah, couple comments, and then we're going to come back to theater 10 in a row, and I think Mia. Yeah.
I was, just before she said stop, I was thinking about jumping in doing a very similar thing, but being very aggressive.
We'll have you do that in just a sec if you want to,
I mean,
just
if
to
I
see
want,
how
but it
different.
was like the same idea like as, playing a white female character. You're
So it's not just white, it's white
white
female
female
in this
because
case.
there's this, I mean, it's not a good sort of ideal, but it's people are, men in power, like policemen, are not gonna wanna hurt a white female.
Maybe.
Okay, hold on. We're not going to take a bunch of comments. Okay, so hold that, Rowan,
I
yeah.
just wanna name a question that came up for me
Yes.
watching that, which is that in so many of these situations, they don't happen where there are white allies. Yeah.
But if there are, which is our situation here, that's what we're working with, but thank you for naming that. Mia?
I was gonna say a similar thing, I liked it, but it was a little bit of a magical one.
Yeah.
But in this case, and sometimes there is a potential white ally in this space, but it doesn't solve it when there's not, which is often, right? Yeah, I'd actually rather not take more comments. I would rather go back to the theater. Let's just keep the tactics coming. Tanner, do you want to try that one? Let's just see what it does. Yeah, you just never know. Good. So tell us where you want to go from. Again, we're not going, oh, Sarah solved it, right? We don't know what's going to happen next, and we also have situations where there aren't the white people to help out, but we just keep looking for tactics. So Tanner, where are we going from?
Same place that she started.
Okay, from the kid.
Right when he's coming in?
Okay, good.
Hey, my man, what's the problem? Ma'am, step back. Ma'am, turn around. You're under arrest. I need everybody. I need. This woman is under arrest.
No.
Ma'am, I need you to get down on the ground, face first, right now. I need you to step back. All of you to step back. I need you face first on the ground right now. I need everybody to step back.
Okay, good. So, different energy. Fuck you, dude. And right, the active resistance. Okay. What do people think of that? Just briefly. Liked it? Yes, no. Pros, cons. Just brief.
Realistic.
Realistic.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Escalated.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
His fear.
His fear.
How many of you have been
But
police
it got the
officers?
attention off the black guy. It got the attention off him.
How many of you have been police officers? I'm just curious. I know you can out yourself. Okay. How many of you have someone in your life that is or has been a police officer that you know? Someone, and my hand is up. My brother's cop. Okay. So, Real, what's going on with this officer?
Oh yeah.
She escalated it though.
It was sort of like escalating.
She did
situation.
not escalate it.
Sorry?
It's another kind of civil disobedience, so she's more vocal. I mean, the cop, in the other one, the cop isn't gonna listen to, can we just talk? He's not gonna listen in the first one. He's still running on adrenaline. He stepped back. He sees everybody as a threat in the first one. Just because the first person was quieter, I mean,
Good.
both
great, good. So we're getting a toolbox of tactics. I just want to finish my thought. The people that are close to police officers, is this real? This fear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. We have another. I'd like to get some more tactics up on stage. Anybody else want to work with this moment? So who are same character? Where do you want to go from? Just before the policeman gets down, and I'm going to invite you to play this as yourself. You don't have to be a young white female. I think it'll be more useful if you play the way you might in a situation.
How about if I'm a white male?
You could be you. Just be you, because I mean, some people say that it's coming down the pipe. This stuff is going to get more and more, right? So y'all may be in the situation like this. Right?
But this is me doing something I would never really do.
Awesome, great. Let's just see what happens. Same spot from the kick. Getting the workout.
Hey, my man, what seems to be the problem? Were you going for my gun?
Wait, don't shoot!
Sir, I need everybody to step back from these two gentlemen. Everybody step back. This woman is in my custody. Right now, I need you all to step back. Sir, I need to see both of your hands. Both of your hands.
I don't know.
Everybody's back. Everybody's back.
Cool, man.
Okay?
Okay, let's hold it here. Thank you. Flip, you can have a seat again. So this is Flip, and that was Tanner who did the other one. So Flip used yourself as a human shield.
Something I would never do.
How many of you might consider, now that you've seen it, might consider doing something like that? So,
I thought of doing that if he hadn't done this.
okay, so let me ask you first of all, Jamal, I know you've had maybe one too many drinks. I'm actually going to have you, I'm just going to have you spin around so people can see it over here. How was that? How did that feel?
It was a little weird.
So I'm not talking about Flip. We're talking about Flip's character.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was just saying it was a little weird, and I was kind of like, okay, all right, he's white. He is, you know, but I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't ramping up whatever the policeman was gonna do. So I mean, I was like, see his hands right here? I don't really know him. I don't know what he's doing. I'm trying to say.
So there's some doubt as to what even the motive is or how it's going to play out.
How it's gonna play out? Yes.
Yes.
I felt some comfort for him, but then I was still held, and so I felt like I couldn't really, I didn't really know what to do, because I was happy for my husband, but then I was like, what about me? And also it was funny to hear, don't shoot, I'm white, and so I reacted in that, but still,
Yeah. Officer, you definitely slowed you down. What's going on for you when this white man? I mean, do you know that he's doing a human shield thing?
Yeah, but the shock of everybody in the park laughing, kind of.
Was that the characters laughing, or was that just y'all the actors laughing at the tactic? What?
I think that was the audience.
Okay,
the audience.
But when he jumped in there, I still need to see his hands, and I still need to see.
And he knows that, and his hands are out.
I sometimes feel like that might be
But it was
scarier, especially if he's already thinking that he's a threat. If someone especially like when it's happening so fast, be like, wait, are they fighting? Like it could be in some ways misinterpreted.
Good. Good. So what I'd like to do is let's take it back to just before the kick, and we're going to continue running. We can still work this moment. We've been analyzing this character. There may be more tactics that we want to play. I also want to just let the cast know, just so the audience knows, I told the cast to kind of hang back. But if you genuinely want to try something, not to teach the audience stuff, but for your own growth, you know, cast is open to play if it feels right to you for the character that you'll learn most from being. Okay? So let's take it again from the top. Please yell stop when you have an idea. Let's get a few more. We got a goodly amount of time.
The top?
Yeah, no, from the kick.
Okay.
Sorry.
Not the.
Oh, sorry. From that, just before. Maybe you've just fallen.
I just fell. Okay.
You've just fallen, and action.
Oh man! Man, this is too much.
Hey, my man.
Oh,
Are you reaching
Stop, please. Gigi, yes? Okay, Gigi's coming in. Who do you want to play? Okay. Great. And you're playing you, basically here?
Yes.
Okay, good. Where do you want to go
I'm
from?
not playing me. You'll see what I'm playing.
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. And where are we going from?
From right here is good.
Okay. Plan.
Officer, I'm an officer.
I need everybody to
I'm an
step back.
officer.
Everybody,
You need to calm
including
down.
you, ma'am. Ma'am,
You
including
need
you.
to calm
I need
down.
you to step back.
You
I
need
need
to
to see
calm
everybody's
down.
hands.
You need to
I'm gonna
calm
give you.
down. I'm gonna report this. You need to calm
Okay, that's
down.
fine. You can report it later, but I need to see everybody's hands.
You need to get your
Sir, I need to see your hands.
Don't move. Officer,
I need to see your hands. I'm gonna give you
I'm
one
gonna
more
put in a
warning.
call. I'm gonna put in a call. I'm putting in a
Ma'am, I need you to stop right there.
Go right ahead.
Okay,
Go
good.
right ahead, and I hope your house is paid for.
So I've got to ask, because you can't just magically become a real cop, but were you carrying false ID and you're pretending to be a cop?
No. It's happened to me because I worked for immigration where I was an immigration officer and had to spring it on people.
Okay, but this character is not a cop.
I'm a cop.
So you are literally a cop. So for you, you could pull the badge out and de-escalate.
Yes.
How many of you are law enforcement officers? So if you are one, that's a great tactic. Even though the gun's still out. What? Dude, you're a cop.
I don't know her.
No.
You know, shouldn't she say, hey, I'm a cop, I will help you calm down this situation, instead of attacking me?
So this cop was
I'm an officer, we're a brotherhood.
Professionally.
What the hell was that?
Great. Thank you, Gigi. You can take a seat, but yeah, let me see.
What is the consequence of pulling false cop ID?
Because that's a tactic.
Is that more, I'm just thinking to myself, is it worth getting a fake badge if I was in this situation? I would rather go to jail myself and pay the fine or go to court
by being a
false cop than seeing a gun get pulled on someone.
So it sounds like for you that's a risk you'd be willing to take to go to jail for impersonating an officer.
I'm pretty sure that's a federal felony.
That's why I'm asking. I don't know.
As DMX.
Okay. Jordan. Yeah.
I know that in Washington State, I used to have a mentor that was a police officer, and cops are trained to not argue with each other in front of the public. That scenario was totally not real to me. The cops would not conflict with one another.
If he really believes it's a cop, too.
Yeah, and that's the whole
Because
other.
he said, I didn't trust the way, that was not how a cop operates.
I think he was commenting on how she kind of was arguing towards him, saying,
Right.
you need to calm down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna calm the situation.
Good. Last comment to Nora, and then I want to just wrap that tactic up. Yeah.
No, I would just say that somebody over here nailed it, and didn't quite say it loud enough for the whole group, but she's a black woman, either way. And so whatever she says is less likely to be believed or honored.
So a white person taking on that tactic, whether you're really a cop or you're pretending to be one, if you're white, you might be able to get away with more than if you were black. Right. Okay, these are important things to name. Last comment, or do you want to come up?
Well, no, I have a comment about, a real life comment. I teach about the white shield, whether it's male or female, particularly in the case I mentioned it's a female. I teach at a university, I don't want to name names. In the Midwest, which has been in the press, a conservative university in a state where have been episodes like this. And a woman, an assistant professor.
I'm going to ask you to make this a very short story.
Yeah,
because we don't have
okay.
time for a
So
lot of
there
talking
have been
about
some
it.
protests from by black students. And she was trying, and one fasted, as a protest in order for the chancellor and president to resign. And this woman, assistant professor, very tiny, very small, was preventing the journalist from taking pictures because the black students wanted a safe space. And she tried to keep him back. She did not hit him or anything. But she was accused of infringing the freedom of speech, and she was fired by my university. She lost her
So
job.
tactics may have
And she's a
repercussions,
tiny
all these
white
tactics.
woman.
Okay, good. I want to.
Huh? Mizzou, yeah!
You'll have lots to talk about later. Okay, good. Let's go back to the kick, and again, let's do a few more before we move on to the next part of the scene. Okay? Opening up possibilities, right? What else? There's information being passed through all of these. Good. From the kick. Once again, you just fall.
Oh man!
Hey, my man, what seems to be the problem? Hey, man, are you going for my gun? Whoa! Hey! I need everybody.
Stop! We have a spectacular right here. Thank you very much. The journalist. Now, you're not going to wave a magic wand and change your personality. Okay, good.
I don't actually even know if this is going to work, but I need your phone.
Okay, good. So, where do you want to go from?
Here is fine.
This
I have to go from whenever she pulls out her phone.
Oh, okay, which is about now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly, thanks, good. Okay, so this is happening, action, go.
Officer,
I need everybody to freeze.
My phone is a
Ma'am, I need you to stop talking. I need to see everybody's hands. I do not care about your phone. I need everybody to freeze. That's nice, ma'am. If you say another word, you'll be under arrest too. Record all you want, but I need you to step back and do what I tell you to do.
Okay, so interesting. Why did that just get silent?
He said freeze. So that was, we were supposed to freeze, and we go to the talking heads.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, but let's analyze this. So you're being a responsible journalist rather than an entertainment journalist, which I think you were playing, right? I don't know if everybody heard, my father's a lawyer. But let me ask this question. So you chose to do it as the journalist, but could that tactic be from any of the other characters? I'm recording this, officer.
Yes.
Could be.
And my father's a lawyer, whether it's true or not. What do people think about that as a tactic? Something that you could even do.
Yes.
It doesn't work in tactics.
It doesn't work. Say more.
They'll break the camera or they'll let it air. It doesn't matter.
Okay?
It made me think that, I think that fear and that adrenaline would go over it. Because I'm thinking about that video that was taken, when that woman very calmly in the car was recording it, and it didn't matter. The cop still pulled out the gun and he fired, and
Well, yeah. The two shootings in the last 48 hours, they were filmed. It's still happens. We've seen a lot of hands. I don't want to talk too much from here, Casey.
It seems like in this situation, though, she changed the focus of energy. So if the energy wasn't on the man on the ground, suddenly the cop had to deal with this person who was standing.
So changing focus in this case with the camera, yeah.
I was just gonna say, as far as the story goes, once he says freeze, we all freeze. So that's what he was in the process of saying when she was saying that. So everything was stopping as she was saying that. He was just kind of going on, but everybody had already stopped.
Okay.
Just so you know what's
So
going on.
what actually would happen if we didn't have the script freeze you?
That would have been the next thing when, after we finished, and he's like, everybody freeze, and I need to see some ID. That's the very next, when action is like, press play. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So do you want to just skip this part and jump to that, or, okay.
I mean, unless we need to see it. You know, I mean, I have a feeling you, officer, are still gonna continue the process even though it's on video.
Right, because there's a situation here whether there's a camera or not. Right. So I can't come out of the situation.
It changed his process.
Cops are afraid of bad publicity. That's how we were trained in Venice Beach, California. And you've got lots of witnesses, and that has an effect.
With some officers, it seems, and maybe not with all.
Still killing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that wants to work in this moment? Here, please come. Kareem, and who do you want to play?
Can I just be an outcast added to the play?
Well, you could bring in an outsider, but you can't invent magically appear as...
No, I'm gonna be the outcast. I'm gonna be like standing, watching the party, basically.
Can you do it as one of the characters in the play? Do what you're gonna do as one of the characters. You can bring in other characters, but you can't materialize as another character because it's not real to the scene. But you can bring in other characters if you think that's an important thing.
No, I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay, so who do you want to play?
Anyone really? I guess. I still want the journalist though.
Here, there, yeah. So just pick one of these actors that you'd like to take the place of.
See it on the stage.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd like to see some.
Yeah, no, it's good. Okay, so can we, and where do you want to go from, Kareem?
From the kick when she pulls off her phone.
Okay, so from pull out the phone, you're already in the thick of it. So again, you're a witness to the situation. Yeah. Okay?
From the kick.
No, it's beyond the kick. It's when the journalist pulls out. You've already been kicked and you're
Okay.
pulling.
Okay,
You're being
gotcha.
pulled away. Ready? Action.
Wait, no, shh. Everyone, quiet.
Play on. Act it
Nothing,
out.
she's
What-
not doing anything. She's not, she's.
Play on.
I've
play
called
on.
the cops. They're coming this
Play
way.
on,
You
play
cannot
on,
treat
play
these
on.
people
She
this
hasn't
way.
done anything, stop.
I need you all to stand back.
Realistic scene.
I need you all to stand back. I need to see your hands. Sir, I need to see your hands
My
in the
hands are in
air.
the air.
I need to see everyone's
Yes,
hands.
do you hear this?
Okay?
The cop who's
Sir?
using his power.
That's right. Sir, I need you to keep your hands in the air.
My hands are in the air.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. All right? I need everybody to just freeze.
Is it all okay now?
Stay there.
What's happening? I can't believe that.
Play
this
realistic.
is happening.
Forget the script. Play what actually happens with this tactic. Go.
So let her go.
Ma'am?
Please.
I'm not. This woman is under
We
arrest.
just wait on
I need everybody.
Okay.
Everybody to freeze. I need to see your hands. Okay.
Everybody stop.
Calm down, man. Calm down.
Listen to the officer.
Now, sir, I need your hands.
Right here, man. Right here.
Okay.
Look.
Now
Please
you
put
can.
your-
Now you.
Please put your gun away. It will make us feel safer.
Shut up.
911 is on the line.
That's fine. That's fine. 911 knows where you are. I need you to shut up right now.
Cops are coming.
One more word, sir, and I will place you under arrest also.
Okay, good. Let's hold it here. So Kareem, as one of the witnesses, right? You get on your phone. It's important to note he's not just calling his best buddy. He's calling 911 to get more police there.
I feel like, I don't know, that was the only thing that would come to my mind.
Yeah.
I feel like it would become a point of conflict when the cops were together and he was explaining the situation. But I feel like having it recorded while someone is recording the video, it kind of adds.
So answering as the characters, what, if anything, is shifting for any of you in this moment?
I would say if, it's not, probably not the answer to your question, but since we scrapped the other thing that's going around, there was kind of a, where's it going next? Because like if in reality his next move is to everybody freeze and I need to see some ID. That's kind of the next line.
Right.
So we did that.
As actors, forget all that
Okay.
that interior stuff. That's information for us.
Gotcha.
You're responding to the tactic.
It was
That's all
scary,
you're doing now.
him talking to him and him pointing the gun at me. I wanted to tell him to be quiet, to shut up, because the gun was at me. I'm like, why are you pointing at me, dude? Point at him. The gun's at me. But he's talking to, like, and I'm trying to scoot. I can't scoot much because he's like, hey, put your hands up, right? That's the character.
And we see this officer acting a complete fool for no reason. Why are we bringing more of those bullies here? I couldn't because it. And I
So for
understood
you,
that.
I don't want more police here.
Yeah, no.
So just, information too. And is this character at risk of getting shot?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, not just arrested, but shot.
Yeah. Yes.
Come on. There's no white female anymore either too, so, All right.
But I did feel a little bit more I felt a little bit more comfort knowing that the journalist was recording and he was also on the phone with the cops because I actually spoke. Because I felt not just one person, now there are other people on the phone, and I could actually see his discomfort and confusion.
So potential strength in numbers here, depending on
Yeah.
how it's being played. Potential solidarity. Also, you're not actually a journalist. You're selling. You're just a witness who's selling the footage to CNN.
And she's terrified she's gonna get killed.
My thought process in my character's thought process in that moment was, man, I gotta get this somewhere. Like, I gotta put this somewhere. This is crazy that this is happening. Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen, but I've got it. Like, I've got it on footage. Whatever is going on, like, I have it. I can do something with this. I'm gonna put this somewhere.
Quick question: what was the change what was the shift in your mind when I said that I had 911 on the phone?
It escalated the situation to a place where I felt there would be even more controversy if it was out in the world in social media, which is in my mind where it was going to go, or I was going to find another place for it.
Great, thank you. We can work this moment all night, but I would like to move on just so we can explore a little bit of what happens beyond. Yeah.
Just one thing, there's a common denominator to all of these, which is shifting the attention. And I couldn't catch your name. Kareem. I would want Kareem to place himself in such a way that Jamal was not between him and the officer.
So that's just a note. Where you physically are seems to potentially be an important factor. Yeah, and so we're seeing a lot of distraction and some solidarity. There's other ways to do it. Last comment, and I would have to move on to theater.
Can I try one quick one?
Yes, come please. Y'all, this is Theater of the Oppressor. I'm talking to the TV land out there, my colleagues out in the world. We're seeing some white ally tactics.
Talk to me, Mark. Talk to me.
Yep. Oh. Where are we going from, Caroline? Okay, so again, just before the kick.
Okay.
So you just fell.
Hey, my man, what seems to be the problem? Hey, are you rolling? Hey, I need everybody back up. I need, ma'am, move to the left. I need to see your hands, sir. I need to see your hands.
Right here, man.
We're all unarmed.
I need
We're
to see
all
everybody's
unarmed.
hands.
We are all.
Ma'am, I don't know that. I need you to get out of my line of sight. I need you to move to the left a little. I need to see your hands, sir.
Look, right here.
I need to see your hands. I need to see everybody's hands
Everything's
high
okay.
in the air. Your hands are not high in the air.
Everything's
I need to see your hands high in the air. This woman is under arrest right now. We have a situation here, and I need you to see your hands high.
Absolutely. Did you
Okay,
see everyone's
okay, good.
hands?
Did you try what you wanted to, or is there more that is important
I
to?
just wanted to say we're all unarmed here.
Okay, so just mentioning that, and also you got very close. It wasn't a complete human shield, but you got very, very close.
And down.
And down low. Okay, good. Thanks for noting that. Anything shifting for any of you? That sounds like not necessarily.
Can we know what the cop was thinking on this one and the one before? I wanted to know his reaction was.
And of course, I mean, he isn't a real officer, and different officers may be thinking different things, but this particular one, yeah, as he's playing.
My thing was, I wanted to see his hands. I don't know why, but I wanted to see his hands and everybody's hands.
I wanted you to see him too.
So.
And still not moving. Okay, good.
Well, for me, it's everybody's standing up, and there, each time someone said, stop, or before, because, hindsight, everybody kind of knew that the shooting was gonna happen. And I don't think in real life we don't know how it's gonna play out. But people are wanting to say something before it happens, and I think that could be something that changes the situation if you can. Because if everybody talks at once, then nobody can hear, but in these scenarios, people were able to get their voice heard.
Right. And, every situation's different, but we're just exploring a rehearsal for the future. I'm seeing a bunch of hands. Are people wanting to come up or talk?
Well, I want to ask a question about what
Yeah.
he was thinking, but
Yeah.
I want to know what he's thinking at the beginning. Why has he been coming over, putting himself right up close to her to begin with? And getting right up, all close on everybody and coming up. He's like, what's the problem? The guy's laughing, everybody's laughing. Obviously, he's not like needing to go to the hospital when he's so intoxicated or something like that. They're having fun laughing. He comes over, puts his body right up there close, walks right up to her, and then he gets all freaked out because she moves. What was she,
So you're asking why is this officer doing this? We're not going to answer it here because we don't have a real officer here to speak to that. Okay? My brother would probably be able to speak to that. Yes.
I'm sorry, I know we desperately need to move on from this scene, but I just want to point out one thing really quickly, and that is that pretty consistently we've been dealing with situations in which the husband character is perceived as the one under threat in the moment, where it seems to me that in the immediate situation, the wife character would actually be the one who is in the most danger in the situation that we're talking about right now. I have no idea how that could be explored or worked through, but
something that could be explored, but I am going to move to the next scene. Yes.
I need to name this because it is making me curious. From my own personal experience, and I'm trying to be as compassionate as I can, and my heart is very open and able to hold a lot of compassion. And so I preface what I'm about to say, because anger is not a comfortable place for me. But my reality is there, and I just watched it multiple times, and it makes me angry, and I feel that it needs to be said, that what I experience in my life happens all the time, that there is a fucking difference in how I am fucking treated by the police compared to how my friends who are white, who I love, and who support me are treated by the police. And I just saw it several occasions, and it's just not fucking fair, and I'm sick of it, and I just had to name it. And I
all right.
I know that these are characters, but I am.
But we
it's
also know
not
they're not.
fair.
But you're seeing it replicate the way
It
that you
just
experience
happens
it.
over and over and over and over, and I feel helpless because how do I change every individual? I can't do it alone.
Well, that's why we're here.
Thank you.
Nia, and then we'll move on to theater.
Just to piggyback off of what she said, the woman asked what did they do? They're black. That's enough. I just wanted to keep putting that. There,
So,
I don't think even if you got an answer for him, it would be a logical one. And not that he would name it, but.
So what do? We have to do something. Let's take it after the shooting. After the shooting, so you have been shot. We don't need to see that again. We know it happens. We know it happened yesterday and the day before and the day before. Right?
Every day. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
So Shootings happen, play on the scene.
No.
Stop. Stop. We've done this. You're not going to wave a magic wand and make him a different cop. Can't do it. I'm not going to allow it.
Fine, just let me have a shot at it anyway.
Okay, you're going to still play the truth of this cop.
You'll tell me.
Okay? Okay, where are we going?
He's dead.
Okay, so you have just shot him. So that hasn't changed. Okay?
Anybody coming at me? You ain't coming at me? I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Afghanistan. I've been out there and I killed a lot of you motherfuckers. Bang, 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 bang. That's the world I live in. That's what's happening in my life with that fucking place across the street called the Weapons Transfer Depot. The odds are 200 to 1, man, coming off these death fields. They don't stop shooting over in Afghanistan. They don't stop shooting in Iraq. They don't stop shooting. No, they don't.
I think what you're bringing into this scene is the forces that are operating on this officer, the militarization, the system.
He's a veteran. And he's been over there where one person moves, you can't take a risk. One person, you shoot them all.
So there may be some PTSD even going on. Okay, there. Thank you for bringing that level in. There are forces operating on all of our players in operation. It's a system. Yeah, please.
For me, that was the really hard eating. For me, everything else has just been a show. It's been bullshit. It's been a mental show. To me, that's more realistic. That, because all this other stuff would happen. Everybody gets to go home and not worry. I know nobody is worried about getting in a car and getting pulled over tonight. I know that. So I would love to see something workable we could take back to our communities and actually implement, and our allies could actually do in this situation. Because this is it's great that everybody's being entertained and laughing, but
Do you have an idea that you want to try? Is there anything stirring in you?
I don't. That's why I'm here. I want to be the cop to pick Jamal up and make peace somehow. Because these cops are connected to our families, they're part of our communities, but it takes the families of those cops to have these difficult conversations with them around their dinner tables. And we're really not going to be able to do it without white allies. It's not going to happen. And then when you have friends and family who are saying all lives matter, you guys got to confront them in your circles because they won't say it in my face. They won't say it in these people's face because we're outspoken.
So would it be useful to go to the next piece where those comments are being made?
Yes.
Let's go on. Thank you. Good. Let's take it to you know where I'd like to go from? Let's take it from the three people. That's Kathleen's character, and Ansuya's character, and Brooke's character. Brooke Yepard, and Brooke, you're holding a lot with that piece. Okay.
Is that after the media?
Did we skip all that part?
So, media, do you want to work that scene? So, is that after this scene? Okay, sorry, let's rewind a little bit. Let's take it from our videographer going to the journalist. Okay.
Oh, dude. Oh, man, I'm so intense.
You can't wave a magic wand here.
Oh, dude, I don't even know where I gotta put this somewhere. I gotta take it somewhere, dude. Like, man, this is so intense, dude. I gotta. Oh man, is there anyone? Maybe I can get some money.
What you got over there?
Well, I mean, did you hear that thing about that happened on Fifth Street?
Oh no, I didn't hear anything
I
about
mean,
it.
okay, I was there. There was a shooting, and they shot this black guy. I have it on footage. Yeah, like.
Oh, you have the video?
Yeah. I mean, like.
Oh, let me see that.
Okay, I mean, like, it's pretty intense, right? Like, I was there. My mind is blown. Like,
yeah, that's really intense.
I mean, who are you? Like, can you
I'm a news anchor. That would be really good stuff for me to have.
Oh, geez.
Here's some money.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah, dude. All right, take that.
So, what you wanted to do? Oh, keep on coming.
All right, we've got some breaking news coming
Stop.
in.
Here's Nia coming in. So who are you?
I am. Oh, I can.
Well, I want to know more what's cooking. Who are you? Are you watching television? Are you?
I'm a citizen of the United States. I'm assuming he's recording
In public place.
the scene as if
It's live?
Yes, some of these things.
So you've been watching this and you drive to the station. That's okay.
I'm a protester.
But you've been watching this?
Yes.
Okay. Those characters are all out there. This is not an invented character. You are watching this. There's that millions of people watching this. Here's one who's watching it. Coming from wherever they were watching it to the TV studio, yes? Plan.
Are you in the studio or are you watching?
You just
Are
do
you
your
in
thing.
Are you in the studio?
I'm in the studio. Yeah.
Okay,
You too? Some breaking news just coming in. A group of African American men.
Excuse me?
Oh.
This is bullshit. All of it's bullshit. Stop watching it. It's bullshit. He's recording live. He's recording live. It's bullshit.
Security.
It's bullshit. Stop listening to this bullshit.
All
All of you need to join me on this. Bullshit. 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 You see this is bullshit. Come up here and join me.
As a citizen, going to the TV studio and actually taking over the camera.
But also I'm imagining like at how media are at protests and they're covering the story, but they're covering it all fucked
So
up.
maybe it's in the field.
Maybe it's right there, and step behind the camera or behind the news anchor, whatever it is. Say your piece.
What do people think about that? Possible?
Possible. Yeah, but then you just get written off as the angry protester who's like, no, they're not. They're blah blah blah. You know, just it gives the media more fuel to say the angry protester.
Well,
we have the
again,
real
do the
story.
demographics matter? Is it the angry black protester or
Right.
the angry white protester?
You can't let that stop you.
No, sure.
That's true, but is it strategic?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's necessary.
So there's how many people think that even if it's like a terrifying notion that you could see doing that, even though it may mean you get like taken out or whatever. How many of you could see yourself doing that? Okay. How many go? There's no way that I could do that at this point.
Oh, nothing's live.
Huh?
Nothing's live. None of those newscasts are live anymore. They're not live broadcasts.
Right. Well, some are live, definitely.
No, even that live broadcast has a delay, so you're never going to be
So
seen.
maybe, Ruben is saying not in the studio, but there is live broadcast all over the place.
They are right.
They're not live.
It's like 5 second delay.
Yeah, there's a delay in that. You'll never be seen.
After NFL.
Yeah, that's the point is the more people that start to do that collectively, then somebody's gotta.
So let's
Yeah,
not have
that's-
we're talking about it, but we're hearing do it a lot, do it a lot, keep on doing it, do it all the time, right? Is that what's kind of in the house?
Even if
I
it-
want to move on.
Yeah, even if it disrupts the bullshit.
Some are definitely live.
The 2 announcers who were killed live on TV this year.
Some are live, some are live once and then are showed taped, but that part would be edited out probably. Right. Good. Is there anything more? No, you've taken care of it. Did you want to come back up?
No.
No more comments. Let's go to the 3 of you coming on, please. Let's see, because I want to make sure we get to this. We got about 15 minutes more before we do our closure process. Yeah.
This scene looks so familiar. It looks like my country, South Africa, in 1976. And when we needed our international community, they were there. But what can I do except post a hashtag on Facebook or something?
I'm seeing this repeated in my community, and I keep asking myself, what can I do? And I'm out there volunteering and working with kids in the garden and wondering, is that really enough?
These are
end days, hard earth soaked with black blood, cold rivers run warm red, sunshot blue skies, not a cloud to conceal, souls slipped from the heavens. We've lived this, died here before. Asphalt graveyards, gaping trenches.
Stop. Who's that? Gigi.
I'd like to replace this character.
Sure. Let's see what you're going to try. Let's give Gigi another round of applause.
I've seen the same thing happen in my country, but the U.S. government came in and occupied and wanted to calm things down. Where are our troops to end this violence?
Who are you talking to when you say that, Gigi?
I'm just saying that the U.S. has been so
Yeah, I know what
involved.
you're saying. Who are you talking to when you say that? Are you talking to yourself or are you talking to someone?
Who are you talking to?
You can change the frame. Doesn't matter what she was doing, yeah.
I think I'm talking to CNN. I'm being interviewed by CNN.
How did you get that interview?
Because I was a bystander, and they were taking opinions, and I was questioning why is it that we can feel that we can intervene in other places, but we can't clean up
Okay.
at home.
So you are seeking out the interview. You're finding the interviewer and say, I have something that would be great to add.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to turn this into a strategy rather than just an opinion.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And CNN may or may not show it, but you're challenging a more historical system.
Yeah.
And you're speaking as a Haitian.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. I think there was a scene in between the scene with the video and this one where there were the two pairs of friends who were having the conversation. Is that after this?
It's coming.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So can I stop already? Because I don't know if you're going to pick up from where she's speaking.
Where
but
do you want
I'd
to come
like
in?
to take this woman's spot for a moment.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Great. You're actually doing activist work in black communities.
No, I didn't think that's. Is that what she was doing?
Right?
Yes. You were doing that? Oh, we didn't know that.
Gardening in Watts.
Watts. Watts. Gardening in Watts.
Does that shift? Because that's the character.
Oh, I kind of feel like I need to hear your thing again. Because I didn't hear the Watts.
How many of you work in marginalized communities, whether it's for pay or for volunteer? How many of you work with marginalized communities?
Or have.
Okay.
And she was saying, is this enough? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, I could still go with that.
Okay, let's see. I mean, this is maybe an interesting layer.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll work, but I mean, it will because it's a piece.
Go for it.
Yeah, I see what's happening. It's escalating. It's getting worse. I don't feel like I'm doing enough, and I just don't even know what there is left. Like my hands, I mean, they feel like completely useless. But there's the internet. All right. What police violence, ways to counter police violence. Oh, all right, okay, that's an interesting site I never knew existed. And look at that, there's like, I could be donating to the NAACP. I could be donating to any number of these organizations that are going to be fighting, and I could go, like, what's going on with the police department? I could actually go to my own police department and find out and get a group of people to research, are there tactics for de-escalation?
Like that are in the training. What is the training of our police officers? I could actually find that out, and I could participate in some kind of public forum of discussion about how our police are being trained. God, there's even more. There's like a list of like 15 things here I had no idea that I could actually get involved with.
Wow.
Oh, that's
the power of the internet, but very specifically to research tactics. I mean, how many of you feel powerless in this kind of a story? How many of you feel powerless?
Yeah.
How many of you have done anything like what Amy is doing? Have researched? So some. Great. Just briefly, do people like this tactic?
Yeah. This helps. Because I was bristling up on social media, what am I supposed to do? And I greatly appreciate that you chose to find out for yourself, to explore different options for yourself. That was meaningful to me.
Great. Thank you. Good. I know it's emotional to read this. Okay. Maybe come towards the end of this poem.
Stop. Weak, I speak the United States of hypocrisy. Murderer, murderer, thief. Black lives matter. Black lives like his.
Hey, I know you must be going through a lot right now. I just want to let you know that I'm here and I'm with you, and I know that all lives matter.
Stop!
Hold on. Jordan's this way.
And I know that all lives matter.
Stephanie, thank you so much. But what I want to share with you is that if you really care and you're really concerned, what I need you to know is you're not mourning for me. It's us. And when you say things like all lives matter, what I'm hearing is that no, they don't.
Well, but what do you mean? No, that's not what
Okay, here, let me give you an analogy that maybe you could understand. Okay, so right now the rainforest is, depleting at an alarming rate. And 90% of the Earth's creatures live in the rainforest. Well, we're not going to go here and talk about the redwoods and the spruce trees, right? We want to give the attention to the rainforest right now, because if we don't give a fuck about the rainforest, then all the trees and everything in the atmosphere, and we're all in danger.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but the redwood trees are important too, and there's global warming, and it's affecting everybody.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's not affecting us the same way. Who do you know right now that's black that you're mourning for that's been shot? Do you have a black kid that you worry about every night before you go to bed? Do you?
I mean,
then does that life matter to you?
Yes.
Does my son matter to you?
Yes.
Really? Yes. So let's talk about him then. All right, and let's talk about ways to protect him, because I'm scared every night. Every night, I'm afraid for my brother, and it sickens me to my heart and my soul that 5 police officers innocently were killed. That's sickening to me.
Yes.
And I don't think that it's justifiable, because it's a totally different situation. But at the same time, this is continuing to happen every day, and nobody's doing shit but talking about it from the social media, and it hurts. And I'm scared. I'm scared right now as the sun is setting at 9:15. What could happen if I park in your Safeway of this beautiful white town, that I could get shot and my son could actually see it live stream, and he calls me up crying? All lives matter. But let's talk about the ones that are dying now, right here in front of us.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I know that all lives matter sounds like this really pious and holy thing, and it is.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be pious or holy or anything. I just.
Then share. Then for an example, I have no idea what it's like to be a woman and give birth. But when my son was birthed, all I did was hold my girlfriend's hand and breathe with her. And I need you to breathe with me through the pain. You understand that? That's what I need from you. If you care, but if you don't, then please sit down and step back. Because there's work to do, and a lot of us are willing to put our lives, all of our lives, on the line. Because that's why some of us are here. For that. That's what it's come to for some of us. It's sickening.
Tried analogy, and then you
lost
just
it.
told your story. Told your story in a deeply personal way. It's a lot of information. You did quite a download to this person that may or may not get that it's still like this kind of.
When I tried to look up facts about the rainforest once to get that point across. That's how much it is.
And after you bear that much of yourself, how are you feeling?
I feel good. You know, I feel that, you know, in the moment to be able to express that, because I right now, real time, I have friends that are, well, Jordan always, man, they're my friends. You know, they're really my friends, and I really want to be allies, and they don't understand the palatable, the real fear. You know, I've been carpooling everybody, you know, nightly, and last night at Safeway, a cop pulled up next to us, and I panic. I go into a panic. My son calls me last night crying. He's 20 years old, calling me crying, checking on me, and I'm checking on him. I mean, this isn't, you know, I love this forum and this space for this. And the cool thing is a lot of you guys get to walk away from this tonight, but not now the reality of the theater sets in for a lot of us, you know. And so it's cool. I don't want to feel like this is like a minstrel show. Like I want, like, the Black Lives Matter thing. I want it to get under your skin, tell you where the skin. It really matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not Mexican. I stood up for Mexicans in my community. I defend LGBT youth that I work with. I've defended my right side against black people, because if you're really about this thing, then you have to see that it's like it is love versus hate, and it really is. There's an evil and there's a plague, and there's a side to take, and it's love. It is love. What does that look like? Love should throw itself in front. I wanted to be the cop that lifts Jamal off the ground, because I know cops like that too. You know, and so you have to. You if you're really with it, you can't take off the suit tonight. I don't think. I really want to help. That's what I'm doing. That's what friends of mine are doing. That's what I hope that's what this is really about. I hope that's what this is really about. I mean, this isn't entertainment.
Yep.
We're with it, bro.
Yeah.
I know there's more people that want to come up, and I'm gonna end it there.
Yep.
I am gonna end that there. I'm gonna invite you to. You've been on the ground a lot. Yeah, and I actually want to. Yeah, you have something you want to say here. These are people that created the play, right? So, and then I want, if you want to say anything, because you were on the ground a long time. And if there's anything you want to add, yeah, just kind of.
No, just in talking metaphors, since I can't jump in for myself. Easiest one I ever heard is nobody walks through a cancer clinic saying all diseases are right.
Say
it again.
Say that again.
No one walks through a cancer clinic saying all diseases men. It's just it was the one that was easiest for me to hold on to.
Diseases.
Well, I think for me, one of the things that's super important to remember are the families of the people, and that kind of historical trauma and that fear that we also as family holding that space for each other exist. I feel like there are lots of moments where voices maybe weren't popping up, or we weren't taking the place of, you know, certain folks. And so just to keep the whole, and it really does affect all of us, so just keeping that in mind, and holding that space for survivors of that violence as well.
Right.
Again, I acknowledge, I know there was another stop, and I know we could be doing this all night and all month and all year, and still probably might not be solved, but at least we're doing it. At least we're chipping away, and we have. I'd like to invite the actors to all take their place at the top of these three aisles. We're going to do our closing structure. And I'm putting this as height in the center. The audience, I don't know, what can you take home with you out this door into the future from this last 2.5 hours? Call it out.
Hope.
Hope.
Skin.
Staying?
Staying.
Under my skin. Good. What else?
Love.
Love.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Action.
Action.
So much to learn.
So much to learn.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Breathe with me.
Step in the line.
I'm sorry.
Breathe with me.
Can't hear you.
Breathe with me.
Breathe with me.
Willingness to step in the line. The willingness to step in the line.
Willingness to step in the line.
Fierce love.
Fierce love. Anything else that hasn't been named?
Vote for direct action.
Direct action. And so much more. Take pieces of this one by one. The actors are going to come in and do words or sound and movement that you'll repeat. Just pick one phrase, one color of the rainbow. Think of this as a rainbow of the audience's experience and yours tonight. Let's watch. One by one, actors will come in and others will add. Good. It's movement and words.
Stop. Stop. So much to learn. I will take everything
One by one. There's 35,
Stop.
so get on.
More.
Direct action.
Stop.
Put it out.
Don't!
Stop.
Direct action.
Black Lives Matter.
Stop.
Come.
Burn it down. Burn it down.
Black
Burn
Lives
it down.
Stay under your
Burn it down.
Starting here. I'm strong. I can handle this. I love you.
Jump in.
Louder. Louder.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Fierce love.
Black Lives Matter.
I want to live.
Under my skin.
Empathy.
I want to surround it all with fierce love.
Stop.
Stop. Come, love with me.
Don't!
Stop.
Stop. Burn it down.
I'm staying under your skin.
I got friends doing it too.
We can do it together.
Don't let go.
All things with love.
Direct action.
Direct action.
Reach for the love. Solidarity.
We've got work to do.
Suya,
Humble.
Humboldt, Renda.
Support.
Did I already get you?
Stop.
And Kelly.
Taking it all in, learning, absorbing.
And Nia.
Action.
Get out. Let's make a big circle.